Okay, so here we have Dr. Tommy Wood, and I'm just asking him his thoughts on Dr. Bryan Walsh. So Tommy, if you could tell us a bit about yourself and how you know Dr. Walsh and what you know of his work.
Sure. So, as you said, my name is Dr. Tommy Wood. I am Chief Scientific Officer of Nourish, Balance, Thrive, where I spend most of my time working with people to optimize their health and performance. It's largely athletes, but also people with chronic health issues, and we use a wide range of biochemical and other testing in order to try and do that. In terms of my education, I trained in biochemistry at the University of Cambridge. I have a medical degree from the University of Oxford, and I have a PhD in physiology from the University of Oslo. So I've spent a lot of time kind of digging through mechanisms of health and disease. And as I've got to know Bryan and his work, he's absolutely been a crucial part of that. He was actually introduced to me by Christopher Kelly, who is the CEO and my colleague at Nourish, Balance, Thrive. And to be honest, initially I was quite skeptical. I'm UK trained. I was very lucky to be trained at some of the best universities in the world. I look as, here's this guy, what's an ND, what's his training, should I trust him? And we just I didn't know about any of those things. And I was in Europe at the time. And then having watched a number of his videos and been, luckily been able to interact with him more recently, I can honestly say that he's probably one of the best, if not the best educators in biomedical sciences that I know. And I have trained with some of the best in the world, literally. So he really is somebody who is able to tie together all that complicated knowledge and teach people, really common sense, but also very in-depth ways of looking at test results and then helping people apply those to then improve their health.
So what would you say, if I was to say, how does his work stand out from others that you've seen out there, what would you say?
It's the most striking thing to me is how easy it is to understand. So he can take you through vast amounts of information, and anybody who goes through his courses, and I would absolutely recommend that they do, will know that there's a huge amount of research, a huge amount of data that comes to the fore, but is brought together in a way that you can really understand, as well as giving you frameworks for which to go through it. Which part of the cell or the function of the cell or the function of the body are you looking at? What's important for each of those? And then how does that relate to the results in front of me? And then, a very common sense and useful framework to then work with your patients in order to improve whatever needs to be improved.
So you kind of touched on this, but if somebody was to ask you like, hey, should I check out Dr. Bryan Walsh's courses or should I attend this upcoming functional medicine tour, what would you say?
Absolutely. And when you come to Seattle, I'll be in the front row fanboying with everybody else, I'm sure. And it's not just that I would recommend that people do it. When people ask me, I'm trying to improve my understanding of physiology, biochemistry, how to interpret test results. Bryan's name is always the one that comes out of my mouth first.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.